Okay, in this lesson we're going to talk about dividing radical expression. In the previous video we talked about the multiplication of the radical. If you have two radical expressions with the same index number, then you can just multiply the inside number, which we call radicand. So a times b goes inside with the same index, which is n, and nth root of a times b. So kind of the same rule applies for the division. So if nth root of a and nth root of b are real number, and of course b shouldn't be 0, because if b is 0 then the bottom will be 0. So if these are the real number, then nth root of a over nth root of b will be, just because they have the same index, it will be nth root of a over b. So kind of the same rule as the multiplication. You can only divide when the index are equal. So here's an example problem. What is the simplest form of the quotient? Quotient just means division, right? So that divided by that. Since we don't have any index, that means the index is 2. So both of them has index 2, that means we can just combine them. So I can just put that into one big radical of the index 2. You don't have to write 2, I'm just writing it. So just divide 18x to the 5th, divide by 2x third. Now we can just simplify the inside and then try to simplify the whole thing. So 18 divided by 2 is 9, so I can just write that as 9. X to the 5th power divided by x to the 3rd power. We know that a to the n divided by a to the n would be a to the n minus n, so we subtract the exponent. So the same thing, this will be x to the 5 minus 3, which is 2. Now we have the square root. We can think of changing this part as something squared. So what's squared is 9, and what's squared is x squared. So we know 3 squared is 9 and x squared is x squared. So since the index is 2, I can take out this part, because 2 and 2 cancels. I can also take out this part, x, because this 2 and this 2 will cancel, and I will have 3x. And that's the simplified form of this expression. Okay, let's look at b. Again, now we have same index, which is 3. That means I can just combine them. So I'll just write 162y fifths over 3y squared. Now I can just simplify the inside. Okay, 162 divided by 3. If I do the multiplication, 3 times 5 is 15, 12, 3 times 4 is 12. So if I divide that by 3, I will get 54. So that's 54. This pen is not really working. And then I have cube root. Okay. Now we have y fifths divided by y2. So we apply the same rule. It will be y to the 5 minus 2 power, which is 3. This is cube root, so we can rewrite everything inside in terms of something cube. When you think about 54, well, 2 times 27 is 54, and 27 is 3 times 9, 9 is 3 times 3. So 54 is basically these numbers. 3 third power, and we have extra 2. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, 27 times 2 is 54. We also have this y to the 3rd power. So because our index is 3, this exponent 3, we can cancel this 2, and this number 3 can come out. Also, this 3 and that 3 cancels out. This letter y will come outside of the radical. So we'll have 3y outside, and then we still have the cube root. So what's remaining inside is just 2. So this will be the final answer.